Hey everyone, Tony George, Stock Sports. Bear with me on Monday update. We launch Straight Up Sports Betting with Tony George video podcast tomorrow. Been a year in the works. It's going to be not a quote unquote Me Too type thing where you just get a bunch of handicappers on there that throw out free picks. We're going to give you mainstream stuff, thought provoking, raw, unfiltered, satirical, sarcastic, humorous, engaging, informative, with some interesting guests. Maybe a little lift up the, kind of pull back the curtain on Oz and a little bit of the behind the scenes of what goes on in the sports betting world out here in Las Vegas as well, with some very interesting guests. We will have a couple of guys from Docs on from time to time as well. We'll have some big name guests from around the country. Little bit more, we're going to blend mainstream with sports betting, which is what it is. That's what it is. And I'm going to give you my opinions. They're not always going to be politically correct, but they're not going to be, we're not getting involved in politics and everything else. But, in this day and age, you're going to get an old school approach. And tomorrow we launch with Chris Schmidt, lead host of Hell Varsity Radio in Lincoln and Omaha, Nebraska. Chris has been a friend of mine for over 20 years. We started in radio together in Lincoln, Nebraska. We're going to be talking Nebraska football and Big Ten football. He just got back from Big Ten Media Day. Media Days out there in Indianapolis last week. Probably no more interesting program than my alma mater. I grew up in basically Lincoln, Nebraska. My wife and I lived there for 26 years. Both my kids were born there. I'm from a small town called Auburn in Nebraska. My wife from Falls City, two small towns in southeast Nebraska that nobody's ever heard of. Migrated to Lincoln, went to school there, that sort of thing. And nonetheless, started my radio career at ESPN 1480 there with the Average Joe Sports Show, with Chris ended up co-hosting with me and Bill Dolman. All of us took turns in the chair there, a nightly 2-hour talk show that was very popular at the time. Bill went on to host the Mountain West Television Network, and then now he does television for NBC Sports. A lot on the Olympics this year, and Schmitty's worked his way up, and I'm where I'm at. So 3 guys that kind of came out of that mold, and so a little bit of an interesting background. But nobody knows Nebraska football in the Big Ten better than Chris Schmidt. You're going to get a good breakdown tomorrow for our opener. The show's going to launch at 12:30 Central. Now, I'm not a techie. There's going to be some glitches. We're going to try and live stream it on Twitter at TGeorgeSports, here on this YouTube page, my LinkedIn page, and also my fan page or group page over at Facebook, just Tony George Sports, at around 12:30 tomorrow. And if it doesn't work or record it and post, we're going to definitely save the file, so we'll get it up somehow. I'm getting a little help from a few people that know about StreamYard, which is what the platform we're using. So tomorrow it launches. Thanks for your attention on that. Appreciate your patronage. I'll tell you like it is. A little bit more unfiltered than what we do here on YouTube regularly for our free picks. But thank you for indulging me with your time. Let's get to your free picks, and it's a no-brainer. I put this out on Twitter last night, and the line's still where I thought it would go up. But Mad Max is on the hill for the Mets, taking on the Nationals. Corbin's on the hill for them. Good luck. Run line, Mets, minus 140. Drink to that, will ya? They're batting .314 as a team. Their last 5 against Corbin. Good luck. Mets are one of the best teams in baseball. Mets are liable to get the World Series. And just think, they're getting DeGrom back. Their offense is, they're going to light it up. I don't know what's the team total? 3.5, 4? Yeah. There's a prop bet. Scherzer on the hill. They're going to light up Corbin and get right after Washington's bullpen. I don't care what their ERA is. They can light you up. Give me the Mets on the run line, minus 140. Over at Docs, we've got a 6-unit top play today in Major League Baseball. No other picks on the board. 3-1 weekend. By the way, thanks for jumping on board yesterday. We had tremendous support on my NASCAR pick, and we won it. That's 4 weeks in a row, 6-unit top plate each and every Sunday, cherry picking the books with the best bet on the board. We were down and out in NASCAR early on. These next-gen cars have been very difficult to figure out. We're going to talk about those next-gen cars with J.J. Yaley, who drives them, in an upcoming podcast with me. A real live, legendary NASCAR driver. But nonetheless, we're going to be talking about those. But we won yesterday with Cindric over Briscoe. And crazy race. Road race are always tricky. But we got it done, and we're on to the next one. We're going to continue to, number one handicapper over at Doxon NASCAR 2 out of the last 4 years. Over $14,000 in profits over the last 4 years. Something like that. Don't quote me. I don't remember the exact number, but huge, huge profits. And although the books have made it more difficult than NASCAR in terms of going deep into the field and getting some big-time mismatches for guys to do their homework, they only put out, like FanDuel and DraftKings only put out so many picks that you could choose from versus what they used to have, because sharps were just killing them, me included. But we're finding a way to find edges against the books with these picks. So be sure and continue to support us in NASCAR. And if you haven't, get your butt over there. We got a free $60, link in the description below. Never been a member at Docs? Free $60 your way, parked in your account. No strings attached. Doc Sports, place to be today. Back at you tomorrow. More baseball and WNBA.